In 2011 was my first trip to Chamonix. That was like my first burst of the Chamonix ski experience, and I was just blown away. And for me, that was the ultimate moment of like, this is where I need to be. Before that trip, I remember watching all these videos of skiing in the Chamonix Valley, and immediately I was hooked. It goes back to growing up ski racing. You know, there's so much behind just the sport itself. It was just a natural progression from ski racing into ski mountaineering because it's all the same components, just different terrain. As soon as I moved here in 2019, I slowly became part of the community. Community that didn't speak the same language, or not everyone spoke the same language, but they took me in because of the passion we shared. Where we live here in the Alps, everyone is very passionate for the mountains, especially for ski touring and steep skiing. And when you start getting into winter environment, dealing with avalanche, the high mountain environment in general, you need a lot of trust with the people you're going into the mountains with. And it doesn't come from day one. It's something that evolves and builds. And eventually you find yourself around a small crew like I have that have similar passion, similar mindset, and of course a similar amount of motivation. Yeah, I grew up in a small town in northern Maine called Madawaska. Beautiful landscape, really known for its hunting and fishing, and also for its pulp and paper industry. And that's what my parents did. My mom and dad didn't grow up skiing. It wasn't until my brother and I started that they really started to ski a lot more. And to this day, my dad still skis. It was 100% a family endeavor. And every weekend we got in the car and we're roaming around Northeast Canada on ski trips. And fortunately, I was able to join a ski club, and I started racing over in New Brunswick. It was all about ski racing, you know, hitting the gates, training. Eventually, when I moved to Colorado, to Steamboat, I really discovered this whole other aspect of skiing, which was backcountry skiing. It wasn't until my second year in Steamboat Springs that I realized that this is what I wanted to do. Like, I wanted to be a ski guide, whether it was cat skiing or even backcountry skiing.
All right, you drop it in.
Yeah.
And along that path, I learned about this whole other type of guiding, which was guiding in the Alps, and becoming a UIAGM mountain guide. In 2014, I finished the guide program, and here I am now, full-time mountain guide in Italy.
Hey, how you doing?
Mikey.
What's up, dude? Good to see ya. So the plan is to walk up to the Refugio Chabot.
Going into the mountains as a mountain guide, all the responsibility is on me. That said, I really want to keep the communication open with my clients. We need to always be a team, be in unison, especially in places like the Alps where there's a lot of people, a lot of things going on.
And that's Grand Paradiso.
Grand Paradiso, exactly.
Yeah.
Una Valle d'Aosta che è al centro di tutti i più bei 4000 delle Alpi. Abbiamo il Monte Rosa ad est, il Cervino a nord-est, il Gran Combin a nord, il Monte Bianco e il Gran Paradiso, che è l'unico 4000 interamente italiano. Questo ha fatto sì che il mestiere di guida alpina abbia avuto dei fondamenti importanti da un punto di vista culturale, storico e tradizionale.
This past winter, we had such a poor snow year in the Aosta Valley. It was really beneficial to have good fitness and be able to go ski touring, as that gave us more options than using the lifts.
Lo sci alpinismo forse non si sa, ma è un piccolo aneddoto, ma è nato in Valle d'Aosta con una grande guida di Courmayeur che era Tony Goppi, ed è grazie a lui che è nata un pochettino a livello internazionale questa pratica dello sci alpinismo. Spero veramente che adesso, con tutti questi grandi sciatori, Costa e Mike ne è un esempio, ne sono orgogliosissimo che faccia parte dell'Unione Valdostana Guide di Alta Montagna, che ci sia un secondo input a questo movimento.
Ciao! Ciao!
Bene.
Bene.
Mi fa piacere che parli italiano.
Sì, adesso è meglio.
All the way down to like near close to the bottom.
Yeah, exactly.
Pasta?
Vegetable soup.
Vegetable soup?
Pasta.
Pasta. So 5 pasta and 1 vegetable soup.
If you play in the mountains a certain amount of time a year, especially as a professional, it's only a matter of time that you're going to be involved in an accident, either as a rescuer or the rescuee. No matter how you stick to your checklist, there's always a percentage that things can go wrong. The more exposed you are, the more chances of something happening. The most terrifying accident that I've been a part of was the most recent with a few of my friends. We got caught in an avalanche pretty close to home here. As we were climbing the couloir, I was in front. I remember it like it was yesterday, you know. I had 1 foot on the rock, 1 foot on the snow, and then all of a sudden, the mountain unleashed. It was a force that I had never felt before. You know, everyone talks about the force of the mountains and whatnot, and you understand that, and you think back, okay, yeah, I've been caught in this avalanche here, this an avalanche here, but I've never felt more power from a mountain than what I felt in this incident.
I will be your shield in the fiercest battle. I'll defend you from all these arrows, and the sword I wield will keep you from danger. Let me be your shield.
It didn't initially affect me until kind of the midwinter, where other accidents started happening. You know, another friend got caught in an avalanche and unfortunately didn't make it. And then later on that season, 2 very close friends of mine got caught in an avalanche, didn't make it. And for me, that was a moment where I had to like bring it in. I had to figure out, is this something I want to pursue? Is this something I want to continue doing to myself, to my family, to my friends, to my community? And no one can make that decision for you.
Yeah, I think if we walk another 15 minutes and we can get up to where we can see all of the couloir.
First couple 100 meters are pretty chill.
I think back to all these incidents and analyze and self-debrief and try and figure out what went wrong. It's kind of shaping the present, of course, but as well as the future, because I'm always going back to these moments. When all's said and done, I still want to pursue my passion for skiing. I want to pursue it with my family, my friends, my clients. We need to understand that the mountains do take a lot, but they also give a lot. And we need to learn to find balance. Not all days need to be in the steep skiing realm or training on the piste. Skiing has been a huge part of my life since I was around 6 years old. It still gives me the same thrill as it did the first time I ever put on skis.